Happy 4th of July.
Third.
Third.
It's the 3rd of July.
Tomorrow's the 4th.
Tomorrow's the 4th.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're out camping. So
We are. With a bunch of people. Move the camera that way.
Yeah, so there's
See all those chairs?
There's lots of
nuts.
chairs. It's a lot of people. It's really
Crazy.
fun.
Yeah.
And people we know, not just like, because you're always camping with a bunch of people when you go to campground. This is
a weird commune camp. Just random people show up, and then you have a bunch of chairs. You share food.
That is
Kids,
how
it's weird.
Our children, they just graze from one campground to another.
That really bothers you.
It does bother me.
It's because you're a chef, and you're like, I made this food for you. Eat it.
And he just, no, they just
they
want to
eat
go around.
everyone else's food. Because everyone else's food looks better than your own. It's just the way it works.
I like my food.
I like your food too. That's what makes me
So
fat.
we're talking about, here, you're going to take this because now we're holding it. There we go. That's better.
Oh, there.
Don't get me too close.
Yeah.
Your accessory today is your crazy camping hair.
Yes.
So, well, now I'm like
All right, here.
right in the...
Here, I'll do it like that.
There we go. That's much better. There you go. No, you were talking about it takes a village, and
it does.
We thought this was a really good spot to do it because there's all of our friends are around. Some of our most favorite people we're here with and camping, and there's like 10, 12 people that we rely on, and I think that's important to have in a marriage, that the two of you cannot just do everything together. You can't be everything for each other all the time. I think it's important to bounce ideas off and have other people keeping you accountable for things, and I think that was the point of having people at your wedding. If you did have people at your wedding where, you're all witnesses, well, you're also able to help them stay accountable.
And speak into other people's marriages. So if I'm not
lives.
treating Tammy right, my friends will say, hey, you better
That's
treat
not
her right.
cool.
It's not cool. You can't talk to your wife that way. And I've done that to my friends of like, man, you're really, really harsh. And you just might not realize what you're saying or doing, of how it's coming off. But it takes a village, and that's the point of the wedding ceremony, of the gathering of people. And those are all the people that can speak into your marriage and help you treat your spouse better than you're treating them. People to run to for advice, not people to bring into arguments, but people to run to for advice. Yeah,
you don't want to go and complain to other people about your spouse. That's not healthy. If you're constantly complaining, and my husband never does this. I mean, I've seen groups of women that just get around and do nothing but complain and moan and say horrible things about their spouse.
I've seen groups of women do that too.
And that's not good. But guys do the same thing, and that's not good.
Yeah, we do.
It's important if there's an issue that you're struggling with. I think one or two friends to go to for prayer or for counseling or for help is better than complaining, because at least with counseling you're asking for advice and you're trying to get help and improve the situation rather than just complain about it. And my husband doesn't do that either. Oh, they're all just a bunch of idiots. And
pro tip, if you're asking for
helpful.
advice, pro tip, if you ask for advice, ask it for more than one person.
That means you have to be professional.
Well, it's just just ask a bunch of people and then come up with your own conclusion, rather than you're my best friend and whatever you tell me is golden. Your best friend's
That's
wrong.
A good point.
So ask a bunch of people and then go, hey, this is going to work for me. Marriage, a lot of it's just trial and error.
Yeah, and I think it's important to receive that information gracefully as well, because they wouldn't do that if they don't feel comfortable at least saying, dude, I don't feel that's right, or maybe you shouldn't be saying that, or maybe you shouldn't talk about your husband that way, or they're not doing it. There's not anything selfish for them. They're really trying to be a friend, and I think it's important to listen to that without getting so offensive or defensive. That's important, because they want your marriage to succeed and you want your marriage to succeed, and sometimes it takes an outside person to go, hey, I've noticed this, and maybe this isn't the best thing. Maybe a girl is going out with a guy friend too much, or guys are just hanging
That's
around.
Bad. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't. Or guys are just completely complaining all the time, and maybe we shouldn't be doing that about our wives.
And one more person that could speak into your marriage would be your mother and father-in-law, especially if they have the best interest in your marriage and they love you guys. They're going to do the same thing. They're going to speak into your life and your marriage of how to make your marriage better, and they have experience. Again, you kind of do it gracefully, but that's how that's done.
And we have the camp ranger.
I don't know if she wants to be live on Facebook at the moment.
I don't think she does.
No, she's shaking her head no.
So we will talk to you guys next week. Have fun. We're going to have a great week camping.
Yep.
And we love you. We will talk to you next week.
Takes a village to make your marriage successful.
Yes. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.